What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Thursday, September 15th, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. The stars of the upcoming DreamWorks film Trolls, Justin Timberlake and Anna Kendrick, explain how music will play a role in the plot. In the film's second trailer, Timberlake says music helps rescue the happy group of trolls after they're being captured by the villainous Bergens. In addition to voicing Grum Troll Branch, Timberlake serves as an executive music producer and wrote several original songs for the film. Kendrick, who stars as a cheery and optimistic troll Princess Poppy, says she feels the inclusion of music as a major element felt natural. Kendrick said, "I think music adds so much to animation, it just feels like they belong together." Trolls will be released in theaters on November 4th and also feature the voices of Russell Brand, James Corden, Kunal Nayyar, Ron Funches, Ikana Pop, and Gwen Stefani. Rebecca Hall says her Iron Man 3 role was significantly reduced during production. The 34-year-old actress who portrayed Maya Hansen in the movie confirmed in an interview with Post Media Network that her character was meant to play a, quote, substantial part in the film. She said during the Toronto International Film Festival premiere for her movie Christine, "That's 100% true. I've been gagging to talk about it with someone, but I haven't had the opportunity, weirdly." She added, "I signed on to do something that was a substantial role. She wasn't entirely the villain. There have been several phases of this, but I signed on to do something very different to what I ended up doing." The star revealed halfway through shooting they were basically like, "What would you think if you just ghost show out of nowhere?" I was meant to be in the movie until the end. I grappled with them for a while, and then I said, "Well, you have to give me a decent death scene, and you have to give me one more scene with Iron Man," which Robert Downey Jr. supported me on. Iron Man 3 director Shane Black has said in a May interview with Up Rocks that Hall's character was bigger at one point and they reduced it. He hinted the actress was to have played a villain similar to Aldrich Killian, played by Guy Pearce. Black also revealed we had a female character who was the villain in an early draft. We had finished that script and we were given a no-holds-barred memo saying that cannot stand, and we changed our minds because after consulting we've decided that toy won't sell as well as if it was a female. He also added in the early draft the woman was essentially Killian, and they didn't want a female Killian, they wanted a male Killian. They just said no way. Hall is known for such films as The Prestige, Vicky Cristina Barcelona, and The Town. Christine opens in theaters October 14th, with the actress also slated for The Gift with Jason Bateman. Director James Gunn has responded on social media to Aerosmith frontman Steven Tyler's request to appear in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Gunn said recently and during an Facebook Q&A session, "Yes, I did hear that Steven Tyler wants to be in Guardians of the Galaxy. He gave me a shout-out the other day in an interview." He says, "James Gunn, are you listening?" The answer is, "Steven, yes, I am listening." He continued by saying, "And I'm a big fan of Steven Tyler's. I had the pleasure of directing his daughter Liv in a movie, Super, in which she was fantastic, and I met her for a few seconds at a screening of that movie. He's a cool guy, and of course, I would love to work with Steven Tyler sometime." The response comes after Tyler, during an interview with People magazine about his upcoming film, Happy Birthday, stated that he would want to continue acting and would love to appear in an entry of a Marvel's space epic. The singer said, "I would do anything to be in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Are you listening, James Gunn?" Tyler's request, however, will have to wait as Gunn just wrapped up production on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which is set to hit theaters May 5th, 2017. When news of a film version of J.K. Rowling's Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them got out, Eddie Redmayne knew he had to get involved. Redmayne said in an exclusive interview with Collider, "I never got an audition for Harry Potter. I was sort of bereft. When I heard they were making a new film, I was like, please, can I be a part of it?" For Redmayne, his experience stepping into the shoes of Newt Scamander has been nothing short of amazing. Scamander, a mazoologist, was briefly introduced to Potter fans during Harry Potter's time at Hogwarts as the author of the textbook of the same name. A replica textbook was released by Rowling in 2001 as a charity for comic relief and served as the inspiration for the upcoming film. Rowling wrote the script for the movie, and veteran Potter director David Yates took back the director's chair for the film adaptation, which introduces fans to the 1920s American wizarding world via Scamander and his magical suitcase of supernatural creatures. Redmayne said about Rowling's script writing, "One of the most spectacular things to me about the script was it was a thriller, then it was an adventure, then it was Dan Folger, I don't know if you've met Dan yet, but hilarious, Her stories straddle genres in the most amazing way. He also added she's so passionate about her characters, and she has such a sense of their whole three-dimensional world and their history. The film, which is premiering in theaters on November 18, also stars Colin Farrell, Catherine Waterston, Dan Folger, Alison Sedal, and Ron Perlman. Stan Lee has optioned off his life rights to Fox in order for the studio to craft an upcoming action-adventure film based on his life. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the 1970s-based project being produced by Marty Bowen and Wick Godfrey, who produced Twilight, The Maze Runner, and Power Rangers, will not be a biopic, but instead will be closer in tone to Kingsman, The Secret Service, or classic James Bond films. Lee will remain involved with the film, signing on as executive producer alongside his partner at PAL Entertainment, Gil Champion. No further details, including a potential cast or directors, have been revealed. Lee, a legendary comic book creator and former chairman of Marvel Comics, is known for writing and co-creating Marvel's stable of iconic superheroes, including Spider-Man with artist Steve Ditko, and the Fantastic Four, Doctor Strange, X-Men, Iron Man, and the Hulk, among others, with artist Jack Kirby. The 93-year-old has continued to make his presence felt by appearing in comedic cameo roles across Marvel's film slate, including Fox's X-Men and Fantastic Four franchises, and most recently in Disney and Marvel's Captain America Civil War. Lee last made headlines in August when he defended the rumored casting of former Disney Channel star Zendaya as Mary Jane Watson, Spider-Man's iconic red-haired girlfriend, in Marvel and Sony's upcoming epic Spider-Man Homecoming. The musical adaptation of Bill Murray's 1993 film Groundhog Day, about perpetually grumpy TV weatherman Phil Connors, who is forced to live the February holiday over and over, is coming to Broadway in March 2017. The film's co-writer, Danny Rubin, teamed up with songwriter Tim Minchin for the musical, which first opened in London in August. Casting for the American production has not yet been announced, though London star Andy Carl is rumored to be keeping the role of Connors, with the musical transfers to New York's August Wilson Theater. Groundhog Day will reunite composer Minchin with his Matilda the Musical cast, including scene and costume designer Rob Howell, choreographer Peter Darling, and director Matthew Warchus. Performances begin in March, with the play officially set to open on April 17, 2017. Anna Camp shared a photo of her short feathered party dress and gold Converse from her weekend nuptials to Pitch Perfect co-star Skylar Austin. Camp wore a Reem Arca gown and Vince Camuto shoes for the ceremony and switched to Haley Page designed feathers and lace mini dress and custom high-top Converse for the receptions. Camp posted on Instagram, "Feathers, lace, gold sneakers make after parties dance central. Thank you at Miss Haley Page for the gorgeous dress." Camp also traded her romantic retro Fox box bob for a trendy top knot to complete her wedding party look. Tara Reid promoted her new film with a startling photo Tuesday on Instagram. The 4-year-old actress shocked fans by posting a photo of herself looking bruised and battered for her anti-bullying movie Worthless. She captioned the image, "Everyone be kind to each other. This is what bullying looks like. #Worthless." Many social media users weren't immediately aware that Reid's bruises were simply makeup. Dozens of people voiced their concern in the comments, with some urging the actress to go to the police. One fan implored, "Tara, please let us know you're okay." Another wrote, "At Tara Reid, what happened to you, girl? Please tell me this is a joke. No woman should ever be treated like that." Reid told followers Sunday that she was shooting her next movie, Worthless, in Philadelphia. The actress, who grew up in Wyckoff, New Jersey, shared her enthusiasm for the project in a tweet the next day. She wrote, "I'm so excited being back in New Jersey, where I was born and raised. I'm shooting my new movie, Worthless. It's an anti-bullying movie." Reid, who is known for the American Pie films, last appeared in the sci-fi television movie Sharknado 4: The Force Awakens. In addition to Worthless, she is slated for Dark Ascension with Bruce Campbell. Jennifer Garner was all smiles on the red carpet Tuesday. The 44-year-old actress attended the Toronto International Film Festival premiere of her movie Wakefield, which screened as a special presentation. Garner turned heads in a form-fitting black dress with colorful embroidery. The actress, who sported a subtle smoky eye, had made headlines last week for going makeup-free while promoting the movie at the Telluride Film Festival. Bryan Cranston and director Rob Siskort were also present at the event. Former Breaking Bad star wore a navy blue suit, while Siskort chose a patterned dress in yellow and blue hues. Wakefield, based on the E.L. Doctorow short story of the same name, centers on a successful lawyer played by Cranston who retreats to his attic and observes his family from a distance after a nervous breakdown. Garner told The Hollywood Reporter, "This is a story of a husband who wants to escape from his own life. He hides up in his attic, and through the attic of his garage he can look into the window of his house where he becomes mesmerized watching his own family." Cranston added, "It resonated with me that here's a guy who's on the hamster wheel of his life, and I think a lot of people relate to that. I think he just wanted to push the pause button in his life, but the problem is that pause button sticks on him." Garner and Cranston will also co-star in the upcoming comedy Jackpot. The actors will also appear in the Tribes of Palo Verdes with Marilyn Monroe, while Cranston is slated for the masterpiece with James Franco. Tony Shalhoub joins Rachel Brosnahan in Gilmore Girls' creator Amy Sherman Palladino's new Amazon drama The Marvelous Mr. Maisel. Shalhoub has signed on to play Abe Weissman, the father of Brosnahan's character Miriam Maisel, in the upcoming series on Amazon's streaming site. Weissman is characterized as an academic and intellectual who believes in books and facts and speaks as little as possible. Set in the 50s, the show follows Maisel as she navigates a life change that takes her from the upper-class Manhattan to the stand-up comedy world in New York's Greenwich Village. Brosnahan starred as Rachel Posner on Netflix's House of Cards, and Shalhoub is known for his Emmy work as Adrian Monk on USA's comedy Monk. The Gilmore Girls fans have strong feelings about Rory's three main love interests, and Alexis Bledel says fans will get some closure in the new episodes. Bledel told Us Weekly that the upcoming episodes of Gilmore Girls: A Year in the Life will explore each of Rory's main suitors, Dean Forrester, played by Jared Padalecki, Jess Marino, played by Melo Ventimiglia, and Logan Hudsonberger, played by Matt Jury. Bledel said, "I think there's a satisfying closure for any fans of any of the three couples that tend to get some attention, but they're very different interactions. I would say each of them gets closure in a different way." Bledel also says the storyline will focus on Rory's career struggles as a newcomer in a field that is going through some major changes. Bledel says she started her work as a journalist at the same time that newspapers were going away. Her field changed dramatically as she was just kind of getting up and running, so that's where we pick up with her. For Rory's mom, Lori Lai, the focus in the new episodes will be the death of the Gilmore patriarch Richard, played by the late Edward Herman. Lauren Graham, who plays Lorelai, says, "I would say not much has changed," which is kind of where we start our story, because she's maybe has a case of slight arrest development, and something about losing her dad is going to prepare her forward. But in most ways, in all the ways I love the character, it's the same. Netflix's continuation of the series will premiere on the streaming service on November 25th. Cheryl Burke has taken to social media to address the recent protest ambush aimed at her new Dancing with the Stars partner Ryan Lochte. The Dancing with the Stars professional wrote on Instagram Tuesday, "Thank you to everyone for your concern. I'm still trying to process everything that happened last night. My heart is aching for Ryan and his family. No one deserves that sort of behavior directed at him." She continued, "We all need to love each other and not be bullies or cowards. Let's all just be positive for each other. My heartfelt thanks goes out to the security team at Dancing with the Stars. Love you all, Cheryl." Originally, a pair of protesters rushed the stage wearing anti-Lochte t-shirts during the Monday premiere of Dancing with the Stars as Burke and the Olympic swimmer were receiving their scores from the judges. Security were able to tackle and detain the men off camera as the show moved to a commercial break. Lochte said of the incident afterwards to E! News, "It's hard. I'm getting over it, though. I'm honestly it feels like someone reached out inside, took my heart out, and just stepped on it." The protest stems from Lochte's highly publicized Olympic game incident in Rio de Janeiro, where he lied about being robbed in order to cover up vandalism he and other members of the U.S. swim team allegedly committed at a gas station in Brazil. Recently, the International Olympic Committee, the United States Olympic Committee, and the USA Swimming suspended Lochte for 10 months, leaving him unable to compete in next year's World Championship in Hungary. On-again, off-again couple Emma Roberts and Evan Peters are dating once again, according to a new report. A noted source close to the actress told Us Weekly Emma and Evan are definitely back together. The pair, who starred together on American Horror Story last, broke up in May. Soon afterwards, Roberts was linked to Christopher Hines in June, but as Us Weekly reports, the pairing quickly fizzled out. The X-Men and Scream Queen star were recently seen grabbing bagels and iced coffee together in Los Angeles, leading many to believe that they had reconciled. Roberts and Peters first started dating back in 2012 after they met on the set of Adult World. They quickly were engaged in 2013 but called it off in 2015. Notably, things got ugly in 2013 right before the engagement when Roberts was arrested for domestic violence following an altercation with Peters inside a Montreal hotel. hotel. The actor declined to press charges, and she was released. Ryan Seacrest and Adriana Lima have reportedly taken their friendship to the next level. Sources told news outlets the 41-year-old radio and television personality and the 35-year-old model recently started seeing each other after bonding at the 2016 Rio Summer Olympics. E! News reported Seacrest and Lima both spent the weekend in New York, where they were spotted at Del Anamia restaurant. Insider told People Seacrest was in town on business, while Lima was attending New York's Fashion Week. Sources told the magazine they reconnected in New York last weekend over a romantic dinner to get to know each other outside of work. Seacrest and Lima had met while covering the Olympics for NBC in August. The model shared several photos with Seacrest at the time, even calling him charismatic and handsome in one caption. She wrote, "With the charismatic handsome at Ryan Seacrest and the beautiful at Alessandra Ambrasario." Seacrest previously dated professional dancer Juliana Hough, while Lima split from husband Marco Jarek in 2014 after 5 years of marriage. She and the former basketball pro shared two daughters, 6-year-old Valentina and 4-year-old Selena. Emily Ratajkowski is calling out Tim Gunn for suggesting her recent outfit was offensive and inappropriate. The 25-year-old actress and model defended the revealing gown she wore last week to the Harper's Bazaar's Icon party after Gunn deemed the dress vulgar on Monday's episode of Fashion Police. Ratajkowski tweeted of her recent essay on the connotations of women's appearance. "When I wrote my glamour article, I was just thinking of men who call women attention-seeking for being sexy. I wasn't even thinking of the hosts of nationally televised shows who call women vulgar because they can see their stomachs." She also added, referencing the recent burkini controversy, Western men in 2016 want to ban women abroad for voluntarily covering themselves at the beach. They want women to cover up their vulgar bodies at home. The star wrote to her 850,000 followers, "Who controls women's bodies in 2016? It's 2016, why keep trying to dictate what women can wear?" Gunn, a longtime fashion consultant and Project Runway mentor, had called Ratajkowski's gown appalling vulgar. The form-fitting Julian McDonald dress featured a plunging neckline and cutouts with a sheer overlay. Gunn declared, "If I saw this at a party, all I could do would be to drink. I couldn't eat. This dress is so appalling, vulgar, and revealing." The television personality said, "Is this all driven by social media? Is this all just about let's get everybody shocked? I will tell you, I'm not shocked. This is just vulgar and repugnant." Ratajkowski is known for starring in Ramen Thinks Blurred Lines music video. She has since appeared in the movies Gone Girl with Ben Affleck and We Are Your Friends with Zac Efron. For the 5th year in a row, Sofia Vergara has taken the number one spot atop Forbes' annual highest-paid television actresses list, ahead of Kaley Cuoco and Mindy Kaling. The list, released Wednesday, has Vergara taking in $43 million before management fees and taxes, which, according to Forbes, is the highest any television actor has made in 2016. The 44-year-old's big payday stretches beyond money made off of Modern Family, also includes her lucrative endorsements and licensing deals for products such as Head & Shoulders and CoverGirl. Last year, Vergara was tied for first with the Big Bang Theory star Cuoco, who now resides in second place, having earned $24.5 million, mostly for her role on the long-running sitcom as Penny. Notably, Cuoco has the biggest TV contract for an actress, earning $1 million per episode. Rounding out the rest of the top five is Mindy Kaling of The Mindy Project with $15 million, Mariska Hargitay of Law & Order Special Victims Unit with $14.5 million, and Ellen Pompeo from Grey's Anatomy, who earned $14.5 million. Collectively, the top 15 list, which also includes stars Kerry Washington, Stana Katic, and Priyanka Chopra, among others, brought in a combined $208.5 million, which is up from the combined total of $165 million from last year. Recently, Forbes listed film star Jennifer Lawrence as the highest-paid actress in Hollywood for the second year in a row, having earned $46 million. Burgeoning actress Storm Reid will star in Disney's A Wrinkle in Time. Director Ava DuVernay announced the 13-year-old's casting in a tweet Tuesday, in addition to confirming Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon, and Mindy Kaling. Selma Helmer wrote, "Thrilled to confirm that Oprah Winfrey, Reese Witherspoon, and Mindy Kaling have joined Wrinkle along with Storm Reid." News outlets reported Reid will play the movie's protagonist Meg Murray. Winfrey, Witherspoon, and Kaling will previously announced as Mrs. Which, Mrs. What Sits, and Mrs. Who, respectively. Winfrey tweeted after DuVernay's announcement, "It was a dark and stormy night. I wonder what Mrs. what's it is up to, at R. Witherspoon. A Whisper responded, at Or for Wild Night Are My Glory, Don't You Agree, Mrs. Who, at Mindy Kaling. A Wrinkle in Time is based on the Madeline L'Engle book of the same name, which Disney previously adapted as a 2003 television movie. The story follows Meg as he searches across the universe for her missing father. Reid made her film debut as Emily in the 2013 movie 12 Years a Slave. She has since appeared on the TV series NCIS Los Angeles, Nicky, Ricky, Dickie, and Dawn, and Chicago PD. Adele tweeted a photo of late singer Amy Winehouse on Wednesday at what would have been the fellow soul singer's 33rd birthday. Adele tweeted the photo of a smiling, dressed-down Winehouse without her trademark beehive and thick liquid eyeliner, along with the caption, Happy Birthday, Amy X. Adele has spoken about her love for Winehouse before crediting the fellow British powerhouse in her 2003 debut album, Frank, with setting her career in motion. Adele said in a 2015 interview, if it wasn't for Amy and Frank, 100%, I wouldn't have picked up the guitar. I wouldn't have written Daydreamer or Hometown, and I wrote Someone Like You on the guitar too. Winehouse lost her battle with addiction in 2011 at the age of 27. Ariana Grande is indeed dating rumored boyfriend Mac Miller. The 23-year-old singer reluctantly confirmed her relationship with the 24-year-old rapper while appearing on Wednesday's episode of The Ellen DeGeneres Show. She said before admitting that she and Miller are together and happy, "This is so crazy. I've never had the relationship talk on the show before." Grande and Miller are longtime friends who performed their song The Way on Ellen in May of 2013. The rapper recently told People his relationship with Grande blossomed after they collaborated on his song My Favorite Part. Miller said, "We're very good friends first and foremost. We made that song and started becoming close again. It's very dope and I like how that worked out." He gushed, "We hung out for a long time and everything just happened organically. We love making music together. We do that always, but she's my best friend in the world." Star added, "She's just warm and comforting. She's very caring, but also we have a lot of fun. We go on adventures. Adventures can be driving around in the car aimlessly. It's great to be able to do nothing and be doing something so much." Now here are the top 10 songs on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of September 24th. Number 10, Charlie Puth featuring Selena Gomez with We Don't Talk Anymore. Number 9, Rihanna with Need It Me. Number 8, Adele with Send My Love to Your New Lover. Number 7, Calvin Harris featuring Rihanna with This Is What You Came For. Number 6, 21 Pilots with Ride. Number 5, The Chainsmokers featuring Die with Don't Let Me Down. Number 4, Sia featuring Sean Paul with Cheap Thrills. Number 3, Major Lazer featuring Justin Bieber and M.O. with Cold Water. Number 2, 21 Pilots with Heathens. And the number 1 song on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts for the week of September 24th, The Chainsmokers featuring Halsey with Closer. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1954, the famous Marilyn Monroe skirt scene is filmed. The famous picture of Marilyn Monroe laughing as her skirt is blown up by the blast of a subway vent is shot on this date in 1954 during the filming of The 7-Year Itch. The scene infuriated her husband, Joe DiMaggio, who felt it was exhibitionist, and the couple divorced shortly after. Monroe, born Norma Jean Mordenstein, is also known as Norma Jean Baker, had a tragic childhood. Her mother, a negative cutter at several film studios, was mentally unstable and institutionalized when Norma Jean was 5. Afterwards, the little girl lived in a series of foster homes where she suffered from neglect and abuse and later lived in an orphanage. At age 16, she quit high school and married a 21-year-old aircraft plant worker named Joe Dougherty. In 1944, her husband was sent overseas with the military, and Monroe worked as a paint sprayer in a defense plant. A photographer spotted her there, and she soon became a popular pinup girl. She began working as a model and divorced her husband 2 years later. In 1946, 20th Century Fox signed her for $125 a week, but dropped her after one film from which her scenes were cut. Columbia signed her, but also dropped her after one film. Unemployed, she posed nude for a calendar for $50, and the calendar sold 1 million copies and made $750,000. Monroe played a series of small film roles until 1950 when Fox signed her again. This time they touted her as a star and began giving her feature roles in the early 50s. In 1953, she starred with Jane Russell in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, playing fortune hunter Lorelei Lee. Her tremendous sex appeal and little girl mannerisms made her enormously popular. After her divorce from baseball legend Joe DiMaggio, Monroe searched for more serious roles and announced she would found her own studio. She began studying acting with the famous Lee Strasberg at the Actors Studio in New York. She gave an impressive comic performance in Bus Stop in 1955. The following year, she married intellectual playwright Arthur Miller, and she appeared in the hit Some Like It Hot in 1959. Monroe's made her last picture in 1961, The Misfits, which Miller wrote especially for her. She divorced him a week before the film opened. She attempted one more film, Something's Gotta Give, but was fired for her frequent illnesses and absences from the set, which many believe to be related to drug addiction. In August 1962, she died from an overdose of sleeping pills. Her death was ruled a possible suicide. Since her death, her popularity and mystique have endured, with numerous biographies published after her. Her ex-husband, Joe DiMaggio, continued to send flowers to her grave every day for the rest of his life. And that is your entertainment report for Thursday, September 15th, 2016. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.